Today I'm walking you through my creamy wild rice risotto recipe. You're gonna love this. With browned butter, butternut squash, and apple, and miso. Oh my gosh, the umami of it all. Oh my god, you guys. And it's oven baked. So no carpal tunnel. Seriously, stovetop risotto is basically a Tamagotchi. Like, feed it broth, stir, more broth, more stirring. The non-stop attention and zero freedom. Hard pass. This is America, people. So let me show you this easy and delicious risotto. Oh, and you're also gonna learn what wild rice is, where it came from, how to store it, and why I think you should eat more of it. Oh, and please let me know. Have you cooked with wild rice before? I really wanna know. Drop a comment. First thing, you want an oven-safe pot with a tight fitting lid that can move seamlessly from the stovetop to the oven. Dutch ovens are great for this. Next thing, set your oven to 375 degrees. We're gonna melt the butter over a medium heat, occasionally stirring it until brown bits start to form, and then set it aside. It takes about 5 minutes or so to brown that butter. Careful not to burn it. What's happening here is that foam that you see, that's the water cooking off. The milk solids, as that happens, start to separate from the fat and sink and begin to caramelize. Oh, and it just smells amazing. That's that Maillard reaction, creating those nutty and toasted flavors that we love in brown butter. Okay, so we're gonna add in a little bit of oil. Now we're gonna sear our butternut squash. So add the squash and cook it for about 5 minutes. Then we're gonna add in our apples and cook another 5 minutes. And then we're gonna take those ingredients and also set them aside. BT dubs. Apples have a hella weird history, people. Like, from prohibition to how if you plant an apple seed, you won't get the same kind of apple. What's that all about? Add the shallots and the garlic and more oil if you need it. We'll go ahead and cook that for 5 minutes until the shallots just start to brown. We're gonna add in just 1 cup of that broth. This will make mixing in the miso a lot easier. Now add the brown butter back in. We're gonna add in the remaining broth and we're gonna add in some white wine. Now for the wild rice, which, by the way, not a rice. It's a seed, and you must always rinse wild rice before cooking it. Super important. So add in that rice. Here's a little thing about rice, or wild rice. This imposter is native to both North America and Asia. And by imposter, I mean it's not really rice. It's a seed. In the 1970s, wild rice from the Great Lakes region made its way to here in the Sacramento Valley. That's where I'm at. And today, California grows about 50% of the world's wild rice. Pretty cool, huh? Well, we do grow pretty much like everything. So we're gonna bring everything to a simmer, add some fresh thyme, cover it, and then we're gonna put it in the oven. We're gonna bake this wild rice risotto at 375 degrees for 1 hour. You can just like sit back and leave it alone. Wild rice does not have the starch content that makes stovetop risotto so creamy. So that's one of the reasons we're using this oven-baked recipe. Even if you were using arborio rice, this method, doing it in the oven, is Garden approved. So why not make things easy on yourself? Plus, wild rice is packed with minerals. So it's basically a multivitamin, and it's high in protein and high in fiber, and fewer calories than some of those other needier rices. After an hour, give the mixture a good stir. And then you're gonna bake it for another 30 minutes. But leave the oven on. We're gonna take our Dutch oven out, put it back on the stovetop. We're gonna slowly add in our cream, some pecorino, and some Parmesan cheese, because why not? And just mix it till it's fully combined. Now fold in the butternut squash and the apple that we seared earlier. We're gonna cover it and we're gonna return it back to the oven. Why? That is a great question. Then we're gonna turn off the oven and just leave the risotto in there for at least 5 minutes. This way the squash and the apples will get evenly warmed up with the rice. And as promised, here are a few quick tips on wild rice, because I'm here to help people. So keep uncooked wild rice in an airtight container, and you want to store it in a cool, dark, and dry place, like your family secrets. Stored this way, it can keep for up to 2 years. Once cooked though, whether it's this recipe or plain wild rice, you want to keep it in the fridge for up to a week. You can freeze it though for up to 6 months. Pretty cool, huh? Okay, so our dish is ready. We're gonna top it off with some walnuts and some parsley, get it completely finished. And when it's cooked perfectly, wild rice will split and have this chewy, hearty texture. Be sure to check out my other wild rice videos. You're gonna be an expert by the time you watch them all. And tell me what you think of this one. I really wanna know. Your comments not only feed the algorithm, they feed my ego, if I'm being honest. See you soon.